Krishna. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity again. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the holy name. So the topic of today's Japa talk is password for calling. Like there's a laptop. So many of us know how to switch on a laptop. But to enter into that laptop, we need to have a specific password. Similarly, the holy name is available to many of us. But to enter into the uh, uh, essence of holy name, we need to have a password. So that we are going to discuss today. What this password stands for. His Holiness Sachinanda Swami Maharaj describes in one of his lectures that when we go to a restaurant, we call upon a waiter. We sit on the chair and we say, "Hey waiter, come here, give me this, provide me this." So we go with a very authoritative nature and we think that we are doing a favor to the restaurant and to the waiter by coming to his restaurant and ordering such and such things. Maharaj says similarly sometimes we do with the chanting. We think that we are doing a favor to Krishna by getting up early in the morning and putting our hand into the bead bag, and we start ordering him, supply me this, even while chanting. So our mode for calling of Krishna should not be like calling up a waiter. Krishna is not our order carrier. So what is the password of calling Krishna? So it stands for an acronym SILW. The S stands for submissiveness. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadari. We should call with a humble, submissive heart. The second I stands for intensity. The calling should be with full intensity. It should be an intense calling. Like there's an emergency, we call for an emergency help. Help with a loud and with a our emergency gestures we call upon. So that is called intensity. There should be an intensity while we are chanting. The L stands for love. There has to be a loving call. As Srila Prabhupada also says, the calling of Krishna should be like as a child calls for his or her mother. So the S stands for submissiveness, I stands for intensity, L stands for loving. The W, they stand for, first U stands for unmotivated. There should not be any hidden motivation behind calling Krishna. Ahetu ki aprahtihata. The other U stands for uninterrupted. There should not be any interruption, whether the things are favorable in our life or not favorable. It should be an uninterrupted call. So we got the password: submissiveness, intensity, loving, unmotivated, and uninterrupted. So there's a very beautiful shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam in which the Vritrasur, when he is fighting with, it comes in 6th canto, Vritrasur when he is fighting with Indra. So he's reciting various prayers in which he is telling us this password of calling to Krishna. The shlok stands for Ajat Paksha Eva Matram Khaga Stanyam Yathavastarasho Dartha Priyam Priyeva Vishutam Vishanna Mano Arvindaksha Didikshati Tvam. So what he's saying, he's giving 3 analogies that the calling should be like this, this, and this. The first analogy he's giving, Ajat Paksha Eva Matram Khaga. As the newly born birds, they are very delicate wings, they cannot even move, they're totally helpless. So they are sitting in the nest. What they are doing, they are waiting for their mother bird to bring some food. They just open their beaks and the mother feeds them with the food. So they are waiting very with great intensity and very submissive, because they cannot move, they are very humble. So they are waiting for the mother bird to bring some food for them. But there is a motivation. They want some food. So he's saying, no, the calling should not be like this. Then he gives the second analogy. Stanyam yathavastara shuddha artha. What does it mean? It means, as we have seen many of us when we go to a goshala, as they just open the calf, they have bound calves separately from the cow so that they do not drink all the milk. So as they open the calf from the bound ropes, the calf runs swiftly towards his or her mother to drink the milk. So there's again an intensity and loving exchange also to get that milk. But again, there's a motivation. Still, that Vritrasur says, no, 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 calling should not be like this. Then he gives the third analogy. By giving that analogy, he becomes very satisfied that yes, the analogy should be this, because this analogy satisfies all the five prerequisites and for the password that we have discussed. The what is that analogy? Priyam Priyeva Vishutum Vishanna. It means the calling should be like as a wife, a very chaste wife, is sitting on the window of the house or the door of the house and waiting for her husband who has gone to a far-flung area for a long time, and she is waiting eagerly, sitting there that when he will come and I will be able to serve him to the best of my efforts. I'll prepare this. I'll do that. He does. She does all the makeup and everything, and she's totally ready to receive her husband. Then Vritasu says, yes, this should be the calling when a devotee chants Krishna's names. So we discussed these three analogies. For in first two analogies, he is not happy because there's a motivation. So it should be unmotivated and uninterrupted, as Rupa Goswami also describes in seventh verse of Nectar of Instruction, Adarada Anudinam. The chanting should be Adrad, means it should be with respect and a humble mood, and Anudinam, there should be no interruption. It should be continuous. Ahetukiya Prahatiyata. So we discussed the password for chanting. If we'll put this password, definitely we'll be able to enter the laptop of holy name and the sense of the holy name. Thank you so much. All glories to